Alright, test test. Hey everybody, welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's been a while, right? As you can see, you have a little bit of a different location. We started out in this location, so that's cool. But yeah, let's get right back into it. If I'm a little bit different today, it might be because it's been a couple of weeks since I streamed last time. So forgive me, but we were sneaking into the harbor and we just had a huge success finally because actually, oh holy shit, it's very interesting that that our alcohol content is actually being shown as we've just consumed some alcohol in order to get ourselves a better physique. So we do have +1 physique for at least 50 minutes. Wonder if we can actually use that. What is that? Because it's not the door. Okay, the door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Ooh, okay. So we kind of locked ourselves out here. A giant screen on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. So regularly, right? The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Oh yeah, actually let me check. I wanted to check something for a second because I haven't recorded in a while and I just want to see how that translates into. I know it's somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. All the settings are right. Probably gonna cut that out as well. Alright. I love this room. Holy shit. The amount of detail that goes into these rooms is insane. I gotta say. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demands democracy. Right. Unions are a good thing, right? Let me tell you, unions are a good thing normally, but not if they're being hijacked by two individuals, supposedly, like we're being told in I think the second to last episode. Although we have to keep in mind that this could just be what the Wild Pines people tell you. So there's that. We need to kind of use our common sense to see if this is just the thing that the Wild Pines people like to believe, or if there's actually something substantial relating to that. We do know there's been potentially some illegal stuff going on, so it might be very likely that the union rep is actually somebody who's just profiting off of these workers and using them to get whatever they want. This is a Dewey typewriter and the model name is on the back. All right. Standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Holy shit, sentient? It can't be good coffee. Holy fucking shit. Or is that Inland Empire speaking to us again? Ooh. I forgot that we can actually sprint with shift being held down. Let me see. Is there anything in here? Ooh, yeah, wait. We have a couple of things to interact with. We get some magnesium. We get some glasses, some holy shit. Neat office shades. Oh, damn. Let me see. Visual calculus, -1 drama though, which is I don't know. I mean, I like authority, so maybe we should be going for those. What do we need when we go for our I mean, we have physical and we should be supporting that probably, but we might need interfacing. I do feel I'm not sure about savoir-faire because we actually made our way into it, so we might not have to sneak here. And we do have more composure, which is great. What's our rating on drama? Let me see. 5. And we can read some stuff with drama, but we also have suggestion, which is on 4, which seems to be okay-ish. So I would say let's take the hit for drama and go for visual calculus. Maybe we can do some real stuff here. Although, I mean, I don't know if I want any of that being reduced. So, +1 logic is obviously cool. -1, but the -1 authority. If we need to negotiate with like the union leader, I think I'd like to have at least some authority, and not be handicapped on that. Encyclopedia. We have less rhetoric as well, but more reaction speed. So it's a trade-off, right? Like, our rhetoric should be relatively high already, right? We're on 4, and reaction speed is on 5 now, which I actually prefer, I think. Composure is good. We have suggestion, which is cool. -1 half-light, which is whatever, right? Shivers. Electrochemistry, we don't need the reduction of reaction speed. We don't need esprit de corps right now, because I feel like although reading Kim is probably a very important thing to do as well. So like, these trade-offs are really something, I gotta say. Like, we got physical instrument, which I guess we need as many like improvements on that as we can, but I'd almost say we go for like the mesh and like reduce the drama reduction is done with in that case, right? So we do have drama. Conceptualization is cool, but suggestion I think is better in this. Very encyclopedia versus reaction speed. I think reaction speed is still better in this regard. We should be doing this more often, by the way. Like, we should be doing this at the start of every second or third episode if we can. Yeah, got the green snake shoes versus indirect modes of taxation. You know what? Since we don't need savoir-faire, in my opinion, let's read savoir-faire again, right? Like, I mean, we still have a 3 in that. Cool for acrobats, thieves, unbearable show-offs. Savoir-faire urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco, slip by others in Samurai boxing style, then tumble out the back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. Actually, that might be useful. Like, what if the union rep has some stuff in his office and whatnot, and we need to kind of just get our get it out of there without them noticing. Although, I don't know, right? We need composure to actually interact, and savoir-faire is still on 3. Although we have a -2 on that. And the second thing is like the flare-cut trousers, which give us electrochemistry and remove savoir-faire. Do we have other trousers that we could, like, for the reaction speed we do have trousers. We don't have trousers that help us with anything else. But we could be leveling, so we have to trade off reaction speed for savoir-faire, and I don't know if we actually want that. I think it's better if we keep the reaction speed. Interfacing versus electrochemistry. Oh, I'm definitely on interfacing. Electrochemistry is drugs, right? Like, electrochemistry is, yeah, go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Cool for high flyers, party enthusiasts, cops who need lightning. Alright, lightning, right? Like, electrochemistry is the animal within you, the beast longing to be unleashed, to indulge and enjoy. It enables you to take drugs with fewer negative side effects. It also enables you to better investigate lurid matters. If you need to understand a chemical breakdown, or talk to someone blasted out of their mind, or understand sexual dynamics, electrochemistry is there to guide you. Okay, so this is not important for the union rep, I assume. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure, and unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. But with a low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without the working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand, obviously. I think it's really cool that we already have a 3 in electrochemistry, and for some reason or another, we can actually get all the way up to 6 in that. What did we do to actually get that? I do wonder. Like, I don't remember. I don't actively remember. I hope I'm not boring you, by the way, of like looking through all of our stuff very closely, because I feel like this is an important meeting like with the union rep. So I do feel like I want to get everything that we can, but I don't think it's worth the trade-off of like the reaction speed. So I would say like unless we find other trousers, we should be sticking to the ones that we have right here at the moment. All right, let me see. We got this. That is Postcard Le Jardin, and we do have this
On
here.
second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Ooh, have they now? That is very interesting. We might be able to snoop a little bit.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
True, very unfortunate. Somebody could be looking at them. Couldn't be me, but, you know.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Ooh, I love brown folders. Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
Ilmara. I don't remember where that is. I know where like the Mundi and Grad stuff is.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
All right, let's investigate further.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Ooh, this could be a 50-50 thing. Okay, let's see if we have the volition to actually do it.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Ooh, do tell. A handwritten note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Alright, so Everard's shoes is like Everard is the guy who is leading the union, and what are Everard's plans, right? Special whirling borscht. I mean, I know like whirling in rags. I don't know what like borscht is a fish. Special though. That sounds like it's kind of code for something.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, him, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Yeah, nothing incriminating, of course. I didn't figure that, but
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
I told you. I fucking told you. Take another look at the
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants,
Yeah.
sweep office floor, more banners.
Why is the borscht so important?
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
We can't browse through the folders again, right?
Remember, Leo, all items, hundreds of, and the same materials. You already went through all of these. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Maybe we can make something out of that later on. I do feel like this is something we need to keep in our noggin. Alright, this is book La Fumée, La Fumée, volume 1, number 4. Alright, let me see. An interactable object, right. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism, of course it is. It's red, what else would it be? Offers a radical Masovian perspective, Mazov, right? On a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Okay, so caricature, basically.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzle. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frizzle, though?
Because Frizzle was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Yeah, I understand satire. I just did want to know once again what Frizzle was actually responsible for or guilty of or whatever. Flip through the page to see what catches
To
your
your
eye.
disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention.
We're literally
Just
a
column
child.
after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Alright. Well, you always start with the editor's note, so let's start with that.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
We need money, right?
Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
I mean, that's a record.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I wonder what told us as much. I wonder if it was I think it was the comrades, wasn't it? Alright, let me see Kunst und Kultur, which is German for art and culture.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Thank you, narrator.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you.
What the hell is Valda?
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
CS. Alright. Ooh, I wonder if this is somebody we met or we are about to meet. Right? Like, because we had that artist on that like balustrade earlier who was like just smearing a lot of like paint over it and was like, this is like my social commentary and whatnot, so it feels like maybe that's or maybe not.
The main feature though is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Okay.
The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship
okay, so
deals,
Formula
and
One basically.
high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Okay, read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Cool. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top? Nothing wrong, right? With being like extravagant cars, multi-million-dollar deals, like high death toll.
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
What's so bad about sponsorship? What's wrong with good motor crash? They just keep it interesting. Yeah, people dying. We want to see that. Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
Bücher, by the way, which means books.
There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names? Conceptualization.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
I mean, to be fair to me, right, personally, this is an alternate universe that I don't exist in, so for all I know, somebody could be named Exilus, but yeah. What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Like this video here.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Right, but then you get to see them crash. That's the fun part.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Right, high stakes, constant adrenaline, constant excitement, even if it's at the cost of other people's lives, right?
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Ooh, right, there's something to be told about, about companies selling you an excitement of seeing the company itself at least either literally or symbolically burned in some way, not like actual burned, but on an economic level or whatever, right? And then being like, you know what, people hate us so much, right? If people bash on us and they find that exciting, or bad things happen to us seemingly, right? And they find that exciting, let's make money off of it, which is very interesting. There's a couple of commercial areas where this is very common. I mean, it's not in the mainstream stuff, but it's there's a decent amount of things where people are like, let me just make a fool of myself, and then people are gonna pay for that. But also, I mean, prime example, YouTube boxing and whatnot, right? You have a lot of people who hate Logan Paul, or like all of these YouTube influencers of his kind, his ilk, basically. And they had the gene, I don't know if you call it genius, but they had the brilliant idea to be okay, you know what? Let's start boxing and whatnot, because, I mean, maybe he was personally interested in that and whatnot, but then they started doing that, and even people who hate the dude were so excited to see him potentially being beat up a bunch that they basically paid to see that live, and so made the guy they literally hated and didn't want to support a lot of fucking money by just paying for their tickets. So it's there's even you can even profit, that's why oftentimes you say every kind of publicity is good publicity, because you can profit even off of your haters.
It's the stilted language and overconfident tone that's the real giveaway here. You're almost certainly reading a recycled university essay, one that could probably use some edits.
I mean, I'm not sure what to say to that. I mean, I guess dude was well, I couldn't use my essay properly, let's just put it into this magazine. But yeah, take out your pen, I'm just going to make a few quick changes. I can't believe someone actually published this utter tripe. Shake your head. I guess I've never thought about it that much. Right, let's take out our pen and do some corrections.
Armed with the lieutenant's trusty blue pen, you spend entirely too much time striking every meaningless word and unsubstantiated claim you come across.
Media critic right here.
By the time you're finished, the original article is nearly illegible.
You know, most people would just write a letter to the editor, or even better, just leave it be.
Kim, you wouldn't believe how badly written some of these articles are. Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races. No, like, I don't have a problem with pointing out the inherent problem with Tip Top Tourney and that a lot of people don't watch it for the races. No. What I have an issue with is like a badly worded fucking essay.
I can imagine. Something tells me there's not exactly a glut of young communists itching to write about Tip Top for La Fumée. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back
Kim
to the
is not
front
a
of the
communist.
magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Oh yeah, I want to catch up on the international developments. We've been here for like 30 minutes in this room when we are actually supposed to meet with like the guy of the union, but we're like, no, this is important. Let me just get up to speed with like the communist literature. Like,
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine.
The Free State of Semenine, okay. Critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations. All right.
You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Of course, this is where we stop, where we're like, okay, wait, like, trade deals, right, oil being smuggled, yeah, whatever, right, like, book riots, they're burning books, whatever, dude, right, like, wait, bear wrestling, ooh. Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanushinsky himself.
Okay, President, what do you have to say, Kanushinsky?
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
What, when it says bear wrestling, does that mean two bears are wrestling each other, or...?
Of course not. The article makes plain that this is man on bear, or in some cases, woman on bear competition. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
We're actually wrestling bears. It's not like we're wrestling like bears. We're wrestling bears.
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Question. Are these rates down because the alcoholics and the obese people get killed by the bear? Yes or no?
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chute.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. Or drunk. Oh no, I mean, the drunk thing might make it better. Who knows?
That's very much the idea. President Kanushinsky has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression.
Ah, yes.
In shape, out of shape, you've always preferred to rely on your wits.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to see a bear fight. I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a bear... No, it might be fun to see a bear fight, not partake in it.
They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets.
And of course, because of the blood splatter.
On account of the blood, you
Yeah.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Alright, yeah, of course. This is our topic, right? This is where we need to dig in.
Paint the harbour red and white.
Holy shit.
Martinez tames the wild pines. a city in revolt. First, we take Martinez. Then we take La Delta.
District by district, fight them.
Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing
George,
the
what are you
owner
doing
of
here?
the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Oh yeah, of course, he's a communist, so he doesn't believe in paying rent. Damn communists should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. No. If it weren't for the Wild Pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. I'm gonna be honest. Hot take, actually, yes. Okay, look. I don't think, like, especially with, like, the prices these days, that charging rent should be a thing, right? Everybody needs a place to live, and if there's enough, like, space for everybody, it should be okay that people can live in certain things. Now, we can talk about, like, how much it costs to actually maintain infrastructure and, like, heating and whatnot. But we're talking simply about the right for a person to stay in a shelter, right? Stay in a house, basically. Being able to have a home to get home to. It's insane how many people are out there on the streets and don't have a home to, like, don't have a house to call their home. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? If labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation. I don't know what they mean, like how they mean that, but this is like the answer I might be tending most towards. Why would I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me, right? That's the asshole. I mean, yeah.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition.
Okay.
Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold.
I mean, no pun intended, but honestly, I do feel like stuff gets way too politicized when it comes to, like, talking points. Like, you might be a person who is completely on the right side, right? Being like, okay, we need to make things affordable for people, right? We need to make sure that everybody is getting enough food and getting, like, a shelter to live in, and, like, being able to at least live a basic life, right? Get all of, like, the lowest points of Maslow's hierarchy of needs fulfilled. I'm all there with that, but, like, even if you have all of these points, if you're a mudslinging, insult-slinging person who is just vile to people, then automatically you're always going to be perceived as that, like, extreme outlier who is, like, just being vicious. But it doesn't matter if you're, like, on the side of, like, total ultra capitalist, where you're like, everybody who doesn't have enough money, hasn't worked enough, is lazy or whatever, which is total BS, by the way. Or if you're on the other side who's like, nobody should own anything, right? Everything should be, like, completely equally spread out, regardless of, like, your ability or whatever. No matter on which side you are, in the end, it's just like, you might have some good points in here and there, but if you're like building a lot of your arguments on just insulting the other side, it kind of gets very messy very quickly, and then people decide who they find more sympathetic as a person, right? And oftentimes the problem is discussions are often decided by who can sling the most mud and who has the best comebacks and whatnot, and not by who actually makes points that are reasonable, that people would like to see implemented into reality, right? Hold on, what is this about a coalition? Yeah, we heard about the coalition, I think.
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly.
I mean, I partially know about it, right? The coalition which like, overseeing Revachol at this point in time.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Put the magazine away. Alright, that was a long read of a magazine, holy shit. Okay, we have, like, a tiny bit of stuff here, right here.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Alright. I mean, we have 1863. I think we can spare 10 cents and see what happens.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Ooh, interfacing. Okay. Challenging. Let your muscle memory dial a random number. Oh, we might be calling home. Holy shit.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Okay, mission failed. We get him next time. Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no.
I might try this again later.
Sure, why not?
Right, fair enough. I mean, that's not a big loss in my opinion, but yeah. Let's see where we land. Oh, we are here! Holy shit, we get our mantle back. Nice.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
We're gonna grab it, of course.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Ooh, alright. Let me see. Also, can I just... I don't want this anymore for the moment. Here we go. Would this, like, replace the jacket, I think, right? We have Esprit de Corps and Shivers. Shivers was, like, the city sense, right? That we only have one in Shivers right now. What happens if we're low in Shivers? With low Shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speak to, and if you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? Ooh. Metaphysical in many ways, right. Esprit de Corps, we have minus suggestion on that, because I would keep, like, suggestion in that sense. We're negotiating soon. Oh, that was the postcard we like, picked up. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river, a little more than a decade after the war. The eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. Airship, okay. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny, right? Alright, cool. I need to remember kind of to highlight stuff as I go along. Collecting rainwater, yes. This is what these things do. Woo! All around great machines and peasants. A composite eye of halogen lights watches you emitting a low buzz. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. And I need to actually turn down the volume for myself. Don't worry, you're not gonna, like... This is not gonna affect you, because, like... OBS records the volume in and on itself. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, who hard? How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Wait, I'm sorry, Kim. How do you know that it was me? That's really sad. It must have been miserable. Looked like I had a lot of fun. I'm not completely convinced it was me. It must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the heart. Yes, it must have been.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, alright. For now, let's just move on.
Actually, there's a lot of bottles here. Let me just... let me see. I'm gonna pick all of these up. I can sell them. It's fine. We got this. Holy shit, how many bottles are those? Okay. Kim, can you get the fuck out of my, like, face? Holy shit, I did, like, party hard, if I did that. Oh, man. Sorry about that.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
René Arnaud.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
This is where René works. I'm gonna look around. Search
if you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Rene is the guy in like the park, right? That we met that with like the old Kingsguard kind
Rene
of guy.
looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Alright, thank you, empathy. Like, the investment in empathy I really don't regret.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop, I instinctively collect evidence. I'm making an artistic photo collage kit.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is the night.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me see. Can we go down here? No, right? We can't go here either? Okay, cool. Then, I guess we're gonna make our way past this here. Also, Kim, we are literally here normally. Like, I mean, I guess we kind of punched our way through, so maybe that's the problem. But you know, it is what it is. Did I just fucking reload? No. Right, hi, I accidentally clicked on this, like, just staying in the Watchman's booth and whatnot. Alright, a thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stairs of black ribbons. Search for a little something something to help you out.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else.
I'm a cop, I have cop things to do, murders to solve, people to help, Kim's counting on me. Disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat. I hope I'm not fucking Rene over by taking his painkillers. I don't see what the big deal is, that sounds pretty normal to me. I'm scared I will never be held or loved in this world again, holy fucking shit. Fast! Disco, balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat.
The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
We're getting up. Alright.
You stand and...
We're not, like... Hopefully we have not been spotted, I'm gonna be honest. This would be very tragic, because I don't want to be spotted. Yeah, we've... Oh, the photograph. I haven't read that yet. A black and white photo of a couple posing in front of the Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in a fancy uniform and smiling. The back, a very steady hand has written the words, Reverchal Fair, Summer 91. Alright, I mean, it's quite back, right, if it's 91. Okay, we checked all of this out, so let's go on. After my little mishap of accidentally quick saving. I don't know what this is.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Okay, before we do that, let's check out what we can do here. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Qualsund. Okay. We have this like big container. Maybe this is the one where actually we could actually be looking at. Ooh, there's some stuff up there. Let me see. Maybe I can do something with the container. But wait, what is that? Oh, money. Sweet. I always love me some money. Right, come on, my dude. Right, here we go.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
Alright.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Cool. Hopefully it doesn't crash down. And it lets it down. Okay, that's cool. Maybe we can do something with that. Open it up and whatnot. See what's in there. Alright. Shaky, shaky.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Cool, cool.
The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built.
Alright,
For this
interfacing.
purpose it has acted, and now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
A rusting control panel with several. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Yeah, I mean, because it says off. I just wanted to turn the crane off. I didn't want to leave it on all the time. Actually, put that back, yeah. Fucking go. Let's see if we can maybe open it up. Also means whale fjord in Ardon. Okay. Cool.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Okay, wait a second. Let me equip the... see which ones we actually need.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Holy shit, bro. Shut up. I have hunches, okay? Not all of them are right, but I have hunches. Maybe, I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
Because I don't.
Wait, what? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim, it just feels special. Inspect the container. Maybe there's contraband in there. You're right, it's probably nothing.
It's a cargo container, detective. Just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it.
We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Open the fucking door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Persuade what? Persuade the door to open what? Ooh. This is like some human trafficking kind of thing. Been in the world for 2 days. What? Okay. Like, this is a white check. I can't retry that. I mean, we can still try. It's never gonna happen again, right? I think it's never gonna happen again, so... Let us save. And actually...
You're back before the cargo container. It's why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Anything at all.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Okay, I'll take you up on that, Kim. You'll join me, okay? We're getting philosophical. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, maybe... I thought maybe there was something with the container, but that's maybe also just game vision, right? Like, I'm like, ooh, game, container. Cool. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Fawn Ultra Series gloves. Okay, cool. I mean, it's just gloves, but for ultimate performance efficiency, these Fawn Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Cool. You got some, like, money as well. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Alright, cool, cool. Got a bunch of shit going on here. Ooh, we got a guard.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Alright, what are you doing here, Leo?
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container,
Okay,
container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Do not interrupt the little man in his choice activity. No, we need to, like, maybe we'll get something out of him.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Yeah, maybe because we're gonna try and get some information out of him.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Ariash, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
All good, I didn't believe that.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. Sure, let me ask you about something. Actually, I'm gonna ask about something else and maybe we'll return to that.
Sure, mister. About what?
Where's everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look. We're gonna act a little bit dumb. We're like, what's happening here, right? Like, we're basically like, what you call them in Pulp Fictions, like...
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
I mean, you're still working, my dude.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Ooh, Titus might be directly involved with the lynching.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fine.
I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this under heart ease.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
That's true, right? I was trying to go with the flow. Too rowdy, Leo. What kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Okay, Leo. Let's hear about the fight you got. Yeah, go with the flow.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business.
Yeah, I mean, that's just happens sometimes when you're a kid, right? You can't control yourself completely yet.
But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna be good friends. Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick.
Alright, Leo.
Everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
So you're always the right-hand man. Interesting. Or the lackey.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Beaufort. Okay.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo. I love the French accent of Kim, by the way.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much.
Ooh.
Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Yes, you are. Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shoes, Leo. That's kind of a little bit condescending. We're not gonna do that. Not because I don't want to, but I mean, I don't really want to, but because, like, I feel like antagonizing him doesn't help us, right? Like, it helps to, like, rhetoric told us just a second ago, go with the flow. But, well, like, I'm stopping the flow for a second. Hold on, who is this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4
Information?
years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Lawyerly, huh?
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
I mean, even today,
For
right?
a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Where does the sadness come from?
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
The meter, okay. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this union fixer, the gardener.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
The little guy smiles a disarming smile at you.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Right, this is all prime information for us. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was it about the borscht?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
So they're getting drugs, right? What do you mean by taking soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
They brew it in the whirling in rags? Hello, illegal operations going on? Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it, accept tasks. Yeah. Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay, we're gonna look into this.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't... Why are we telling him that? I just...
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just nodding along.
Thank fuck, I don't want to tell on us.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Sure, mister. About what?
I'm afraid, like, that 6 is gonna end the conversation.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighbourhood.
The dog coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. Just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Interesting. What's in that container over there? Point at the container suspended from the crane.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay, cool.
Told you.
Fuck you, Kim. Fuck you. Okay.
Oh, I'm just making some
We're gonna
covers
try
for them
this.
containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
I don't know if we talk to him ever again, so we're gonna try this red check.
The containers
Yes.
in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
So we're like Union containers specifically. So are they appropriated or not? And what's in the Union containers?
It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? What is underneath these red covers? Interesting. I'm gonna tell that to Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yes, you do. Actually, at least he's smart and doesn't tell him anything, or not all the stuff. What is underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Ooh, interesting. Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Alright, thanks. I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Your transfers work. Yeah, I think we have another level up, right? Like, not sure how many points we have, or where we see that. I think we got like 2 skill points, I guess. The special borscht. Yeah, we definitely need to find that one. That is really cool. I do wonder if we can snoop a little bit more into that. Let me actually... I don't know if you have another option when we go back to the container. I'm just gonna take a quick look and see if we can like interact with the container one more time. And have a new option.
You're back before the cargo container.
Nah, okay. So it should be empty. I'm still suspicious since we have like the white check on this one. But yeah, I guess we have to go to the office. There's nothing else here, so I would assume that's the way to go. Don't think we need the tools right now. Ooh, okay, so somebody's typing. It's definitely the office. Coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. The stairs made of pallets leading up. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What is happening? A taxidermy fish that tells time. Cool. Alright, I guess this is Everard. Or maybe it's Edgar. We don't know. I mean, why would Leo think it's Edward if... But they're twins, right? So there's this play going on and we don't know, right? There must be something about that, I feel. Maybe it's a red herring, but like the fact that they're both twins and that people confuse them with one another.
Before you is a walrus.
Holy
of a man
fucking
seated
hell.
behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
That is a fucking face and a half. Holy fuck, dude. Alright, let's talk to the man.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to the business. There's a dead body in a tree. Now, I'm in charge of the dog workers. I mean, obviously we know that, but let's ease in, alright?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
So we do know, he knows our name. Are we really the bar? I mean, I think we are the bar, right? We're like Harry the bar. Is that our name?
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Great voice work, by the way. The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I don't know what you mean with your health. If you mean like your obesity, then okay.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods you and then chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Alright. I got you, Kim.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Well, I wouldn't call us equals if we're sitting like so opposite of one another. Look at like the way the table is set up. It's like one small table and then a big table, right? And it's like almost like he's looking down on you from a hill.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his
You're no
typewriter.
Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Alright, I'll sit down.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Fucking bastard. He gives you a sly wink. Damn, this chair's uncomfortable. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna play it smooth and be like, alright, I'm fine, right? I'm relaxed. I'm like, I'm trying to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
We're getting all informal, huh?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Shut up, Perception. Wait, you know Guard? Thank you, Everard. Take the comically large check. No, take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it, I'm good. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. No, I'm not being huge. First we ask about Guard.
Don't mention it.
Oh!
But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
No, wait. I accidentally clicked that. I'm not gonna... Okay. Wait, do you know Guard?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
So he's not sympathetic to the Union, at least.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it, I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Yeah, I don't want you to find it before me. Okay, you fucking bastard. You know way too much already.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Damn, we took a hit on that for morale.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
Yeah, I thought about that. How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried, I got this. I would appreciate any help you could provide. I mean, I'm not too surprised that he actually knows about my lost gun. What do you know about it?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
He's just poking and prodding at your fears regarding the gun.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh no, fucking hell, the chair's killing me. And my composure, even if it's like composure 4, this is like a really challenging composure check. And I can't do anything about it. Fucking hell. Alright, you know what? Don't panic, okay? Don't panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool, alright? This is not about...
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Shut up, Harry.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
That's right, composure. We need to chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like jello, like a jello. There's no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. I'm just like... There's a fucking vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, his chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright. Actually, this is not too bad a response. This is not too bad a response. Like, externalizing it, being like, okay, this chair's kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, I think so.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Thank you, Kim.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Let's fucking go.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I maybe shouldn't have done that with like the magnesium. I wouldn't need it. I don't think I can lose 2 at the same time. I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade. No, don't open with that. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Mr. Dubois. Why? Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree? Let's talk about my lost gun. No, I want to talk about the hanging. Looking into your shady brew. Yeah, okay, cool. I made choice the company represented it. What's in the container that's outside your office? Holy fucking shit. Okay. Let's start from the top. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
Except for
everything that
drinking.
goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure you love to discuss.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely
absolutely.
nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
I mean, I'm not like, whose store is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. Okay, no. Whose store is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do.
Oh yeah, of course.
You look
Or
like you
physique.
could run around all day.
Sure.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Alright, damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is.
He smiles,
One
obviously
last
satisfied
thing,
with
Harry.
how well he planned it out.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
We can deal with that, right? Like, not leave the door open. Or, I mean, I don't know how it is, right? It's always weird with the game mechanics and whatnot, but we could, like, close the door again. Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
Holy fucking shit, he saw it.
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I understand, I'm a terrifying death machine. You don't have a window, dude.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I'm sure about that one, Everard. I'm a choice. I don't know if I'm supposed to say these things because then it's like I could be prodding, right, and like getting into that, but he's like a hard knock wall, so I do feel like if I say something to him, then he's like, oh, they're looking into that, let me direct like some attention to these people and warn them before you're actually coming in. So it's like, do I keep it close to the chest or do I just talk to him about everything? Could you help me get the dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots. Yeah, the bell thing. Say nothing. You're a community leader. Help your community out. No.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radiophone on his right and clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here. He has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Okay, alright, good. We got that out of the way. We got the body from the tree. Thank you very much. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna... okay, Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Shut up with your fucking rhetoric,
Your
okay?
gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Don't worry, I'll find it myself. Ooh, actually, don't we have we not... I mean, no, we don't know because somebody bought it from the pawn
The
shop.
only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could you really hold my gun
Who
hostage?
knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I don't trust you, rhetoric. Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have you met... Why do I say that? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. That's kind of like aggressive. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
You don't care. You just care in so far that it helps your cause.
Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Yeah, indeed. That's actually what it is. Who's gonna find it first, and how is that gonna reflect on the other side, right? I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals, huh?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. And with finding your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
He's literally threatening with almost every word, right? He's like just...
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
I'm sure I find it a little odd now. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. Alright, Joyce seems to think the union is lowballing her. Why haven't you let her in to see you? Yeah, we'll start with Gaumont.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made the concession for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let the an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Of course. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
If you say so, Everett.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, of course he doesn't want to see her.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Of course. I don't know if I'm supposed to say these to him, but maybe. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Interesting how he literally mentions all the things that, due to like traditional stereotypes, women are supposed to do, right? Cooking, hair, like long hair, whatever, right? Like
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction. If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
Everett, Joyce seems to think the union's lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
Actually, he got me there.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Yeah, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
Not what you're saying either,
Tell
right?
her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Okay, good. I don't hate this choice because... Choice, not her name Joyce. I don't hate this choice because I'm not on her side. But this actually informed me as to what I want to do here, which is I'm not gonna ask these questions like, I'm looking into your shady brew, why would I say that? He's not gonna say anything about it. Or I'm told the union is involved in local drug trade, he's gonna hide everything, right? So, what's in the... Do I want to know what's in the container outside his office? Do I want to prod on that? Be like, wait, what's in that like container or whatever outside your office? Maybe I actually want to ask that one question.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Glassund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I mean, didn't we do that? Not that. Maybe we ask about the Duabois thing.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
He shrugs with an amazed expression. I mean, we are that, but also, if he believes we are maybe more of an amnesiac than we actually are at this point, that might be beneficial
I think
to
the
us.
odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everardo.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name? Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids? What kind of cop does it say I am? Where did you get that folder? I mean, I trust drama with that, so I'm like, what kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
But I'm not apologetic, I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Do you know any about my family? Do I have wife? Where do you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kid or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I do. Maybe I think I'd be a wonderful father.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay, so it is. Wait, I thought you are Harry Dubois. Act more confused than we actually are. That's not my name. My name is Raphael Costor. Okay, I like it. I can work with it. Wait, I thought you were Harry Dubois.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
Yeah, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Have another look at that folder. Kim suspects something red shipping folders before. Cool. Okay, 92% is actually a really high chance, so let's try that.
Everart's large hands.
Are you kidding me?
Folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's talk of other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me?
Not... Can I do... I want to go over a couple of things about me. I mean, maybe we can ask
Let's hear it, Harry.
No.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia.
Actually,
you wanted
if we...
something from me?
Let me see
it,
something. Interesting. Okay, this was I think a red check.
Of course, Harry.
92% and we failed.
Let's not
Holy shit.
linger on personal details and amnesia. Wait.
Yeah.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Okay, cool. Nice thing. Can we actually go through there, or is there nothing to go to? Okay. Looks like there's nothing to go to here. But like, where do we like... Ooh. Wait, these are the stairs here? Can we go in there? No, there's nothing. Damn. Okay, like, maybe it was wrong of me to actually not ask, but I think, like, it is a really good idea just to be like, whatever about it and not talk to him about the fact that we're looking into, like, stuff that he's actually trying to protect. Maybe that's wrong of me. Maybe I'll, like, have to go back to him and ask him again. But yeah, I don't want to reveal too much on our first meeting. Do tell me if you like that or not, if I should like more have the approach of like go through everything. But like the conversation earlier about choice was like, okay, I told him about choice and now he knows about that, right? So it's...
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's
Yes,
like
he
Lady
did.
Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Bathhouse, you say. Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? I had some questions for you if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's
Nuts.
like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Yeah, that's fine, Leo. We're fine, right? Once we're out of the harbor, I'm sure Kim wants to talk to us. Like, I'm positive. Ooh, money. Always love me some money. That was an interesting trip to the harbor. Like, the union leader, I feel, is a very tough nut to crack. Let me see if there's something I can...
You're back before the cargo container.
No.
Its draw has not lessened.
We'll be back, cargo container. We'll be back. Just like the Terminator. Yeah, I feel he's a very, hard person to crack, but at the same time, you gotta keep in mind, of course, that he is the union leader and he is probably behind a lot of this stuff, so we can say reasonably well that we were not gonna get as much out of him immediately. Maybe I can go back to the folder and
The
see
file
something.
cabinet stands steady as ever. The
Oh.
drawer, so
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we can talk to Sean-Luc about the body, I'd say. But I want to check out actually if the body can be retrieved again. But because actually no, we can look that up, right? Like there's a list of checks that we can make, so it's we got the payphone, sleeping dock worker, mirror, Kuno, we got damaged ledger, Yemda, novelty dice maker, we got Annette, mirror, policeman cloak. We actually had the policeman cloak, so it's gone, right? So, the cryptozoologist's wife, Tommy Lehom, the racist lorry driver, yeah. Cargo container store, Refric, right? Trash container, physical instrument legendary, okay. Awarded door, barbell. A lot of physical instrument stuff here that we're probably never gonna solve. Ice cream maker, right? That one from A to Zodiac, a guide to well-behaved pocket shoe. We looked into that. I'm not sure. Like, maybe you can look into that again. Choice with your legendary stuff. Then comes chapteralization, and then we have perception on the cafeteria. Yeah, let's just talk to fucking Measurehead.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamique.
It was just something I had to do. I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little.
Everett told you to help us get the body down from the tree. Well, not with the Hardy Boys. Let's go over the funky race classification again. We'll do that later, actually. Everett told you to help us get the body down from the tree. No, first that.
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
Alright, dude, alright.
you pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Just more to it. What have you got against him.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Ooh. What do you mean? Actually, we might get that from him and not have to ask Tommy.
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Lieutenant, like, he was just writing in his notebook. He's like, this is interesting. Yeah.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Wash them later, please.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay, then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Alright, I guess we'll have to do it. I listen to Kim. Alright, I trust him.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Ooh, we get to talk to him. That's interesting. Just trying to keep things from going to shit. This is actually an interesting...
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit?
The woman throws her
I'm
head.
Katya, by the way.
And hi, Katya.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Holy shit, Kim clapping back. Yes, I'm an unbelievably corrupt cop. I'm corrupt every opportunity I get. That's none of your business. No. That's like, I'll work with whoever I want.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
He brushes wooden flakes off his hands.
Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Alright. Maybe that was like his play all along, right, Everard? You got anything to say, my scab, dude?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Oh, it's Manya. Okay, cool.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor Utopia not approvingly. Was nice enough. Maybe it's not bad to actually be a little bit nice with him.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes all me, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everett said you have a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything.
He taps the side of his nose like a wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity, I took it. I am a hustler grind. I heard something about the weasel and it didn't sound like a local polo weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this store for myself, I'm opening for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Ooh. I think this is the same voice actor as, like, Tommy over there, right? I just noticed that. I think. Anything else I should know about this house, this weasel person, when they be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask, so he isn't going to tell us anything.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pensions or... How large share would you like? Oh, okay, economy stuff? I get it. I want to talk about something else. No. How large is...
This stuff. They already covered.
Ooh, okay, so they already got the wages and whatnot down. Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's more... No. At least you got the benefits. That's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
Okay. How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
How does that work logistically?
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
That's wrong. Communism is actually about deporting the rich people or killing them, and then setting in some kind of council of people that are gonna decide things from now on, and then they become the rich people. That's communism. And if you're part of the party, you're the one who's profiting from it. But if you're just a normal guy, then all you did is making everybody the same downstairs. So, right? No competition, no nothing, right? It's just like everything is state-owned, everything is going just as much as it needs to, just as fast as it needs to, just as, like, quantity-wise as much as it actually needs to. Not more than you need to. And probably a lot less than you maybe should have, but everybody needs to get something, so you need to reduce everything, otherwise the rich people at the top wouldn't be as rich, right? They would be as much as they would have as much as everybody else on the ground, and we can't have that, right? Because if you're leading the noble goal of making everybody the same and making equality work, obviously you deserve more than the other equal people. At least that's how my view of communism is. The bossman Errod, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him.
Yeah, fair enough.
In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
You better like to be used in an honest way than to actually be lied to.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
I mean, how do you argue against that? Just for the simple reason of, like, these people made up their mind, and that's just how it is. Got the picture. Let me ask you something. Would you call yourself a communist? That's interesting.
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value when saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Cool, I don't have anything to add to
A
that.
none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time.
He spreads his arms wide,
Fortunately, there's always time.
using a reach to show how much time he has.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
Alright.
It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boiiiis code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool.
Okay, thank you, Encyclopedia, whatever that means.
That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I am a Boiiiis. It doesn't sound that cool, sounds antiqued, obsolete, passé, it's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Actually, do we know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility.
Okay.
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Okay, if you say so. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. I do wonder if he means that. If he's like, I mean, he might know something, but maybe he's like, dude, that was stupid that somebody killed them, right? Regardless of if he knows who or not. The Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion in your opinion. Are the dock workers involved in the killing? I do wonder.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Interesting. Excuses?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
So is Loki actually confirming that, right? I mean, we already knew that, so it's not new information.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a sip from his flask. Ooh, this was actually pretty enlightening, I feel. I mean, like, we didn't learn any new information, but I do really like what we did with the information that we had at hand, right? Actually, just go down there, please. Thank you. Yeah, not sure, like, he spoke up. He's probably gonna bash us for actually, helping them guard the gate.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again. Let's talk about our right to work.
Maybe we can ask that again.
What's it to you? No. Don't think we've met before.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
I don't really think, but work is... No, right. Sweet. I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. No.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Maybe it was the wrong way to say it. I want to figure him out, actually. This is why I talked to him again. But we'll see. We'll see if we get something new from him, to him, whatever. Actually, I'm going back to Freed to see if there's something I would want.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
A red check. I don't want a red check. I don't want a raincoat right now, though. I don't need the endurance. We're gonna bring back the bottles,
The tear
still.
machine stands. Your bottles clunk into
Nice, 150. That's cool. Was there
a
something over
colorful
here?
display of cigarettes and
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
The Seek and Morale. Right. Pale-aged vodka. Interesting. Costs 30 because it's like, obviously. Potent Pilsner, which... I don't want the cigarettes necessarily, but it's cool to have like the intellect plus, so we're gonna buy one
Here you
pack.
go, mister.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all
Morale.
bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
We could use like the +3 on morale, but we're buying
Okay,
one of those.
Here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
And one nose of
Okay, here.
Yeah, whatever. You don't have any new options, right?
is-
Yeah, it's fine. Well good, well good.